Greetings, my Geminis. This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do a bonus reading for the month of August 2019 for you all. This will be for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Cross watchers, you're welcome to the video. However, I will be reading from the perspective of the Gemini. Let's go ahead and get into your bonus, y'all. So as far as my first round of bonuses go for the month of August, it popped into my mind to do Gemini. And when Gemini, came about through a little meditation, one of the things that jumped out at me is like an immense new beginning. Like all of a sudden, it's like everything that you've been working towards has just took off and like taken you to a new direction. Like for some of you, you just woke up one day and it just seemed like things were brighter, things were different. Like you noticed the shift in consciousness, the change, and you are, you've never been more aware than you are now. The great things are on the horizon for you. Like many of you are about to get a big break. So that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and first pull a Goddess Guidance card to see what we have to start the crown of your reading. But yeah, I sense nothing but good news. I sense that like you guys have a level of being whole now and have detached from anything that was giving you some devilish type energy, where there was codependency, someone not wanting you to move on, trying to instill control over the situations. Yeah. We've got Artemis here in the crown. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So this is definitely talking about a new journey and a new beginning here, and how within the vulnerable nature of a new beginning, there could be some questions, there could be some worry, it's just like, are you going to be able to handle these things? Is anyone going to be able to stand in the way of what you fought so hard for, to achieve? And the answer is no, nothing's going to stand in the way, and you will achieve everything you set out for. You've got your spirits here protecting you, and the spirits are making sure that every mark they need to hit to remove a blockage for you, thine will be done. That's what's to be understood. You have you have these energies that are around paving the way for you, and I feel as though you also have people in your favor that spirit may be working through that you should be aware of. That because sometimes people are sent into our lives to really help us out and get us on the right path that we need to go on, to have an experience with us that also helps us on our path. I know I've met tons of people who I've been able to realize that the mere purpose in meeting them was to see something differently that would be conducive to my path, or these people were going to help me and somehow invest in a certain part of my future. Like these are the things that you can look forward to, is being able to have a clear shot on a new journey with, no fear being necessary, no doubt being necessary, so on, so forth. Really excellent, Gemini. I remember y'all's last reading. Okay, so passion flipped out, so we're gonna take that. But I remember y'all's last reading, it was talking about just how you really had to come to help someone let you go. And that's what was gonna liberate you and liberate them and just be the best for everyone in the situation. And then we had the card of release. Can't make this stuff up. And like I've gotten better with my timing on my videos, which is why when I got the energy to pull for Gemini, I was like, all right, I can go ahead and just pull, on camera instead of having them laid out. But let me see. Tarot of the Orisha. I'm gonna pull one clarifier for the Chakra Wisdom cards from Tarot of the Orisha. The Baba Orisha. This is a card of judgment, okay? So we've got passion, release, and judgment. And what this is saying is exactly what, precursed the reading here. There has been a high sense of release, Gemini. You've let so much go. And many of you who had seen this last video that I have for you, or have just felt the energies that the video was talking about, I can sense that y'all have done due diligence in really assisting the situation and helping someone detach from you, okay? And remove themselves from you the same way you did from that situation, because you understood that there's still gonna be something that keeps you bound if this person, this individual, is not able to let you go. Just because you're able to let them go, who's to say this person's gonna stop putting out energetic attacks and psychic attacks? Who's to say this person isn't gonna try to show up to where you work and live? Who's to say this person isn't going to try to maintain relevance? Like I said, that's that Capricornian devilish energy. Dealing with control, dealing with fear and doubt of, losing power or losing just someone in a connection overall. Like, the only way you were going to be able to follow what's true to you and true to your heart, what Spirit has been counseling and guiding you towards, is for you to take the high road, clear out and end all of this karma which you've done, and be a teacher and an aid and a guide to help others release as well. Because I feel like one of the things that you're realizing, Gemini, is that part of your purpose is in universal healing, but it takes, leading by example and being that change that you'd love to create, because this is also what creates great karma for you to attract the love that you want, Every form of your love karma is what will come back around to you. So by you staying within tact and couth and really standing behind your morals and being able to still be a peaceful person who's forgiving and who still can care and who still can love, someone, though they knew that they had to leave them, and take the lessons and truth that there were to learn. Like, I feel as though this is bringing you to a point where not only do you have successes in every endeavor that you pursue in life, as far as career and finance, okay, or as far as getting back to those activities that you love to do and creating, being a creative, but also finding the love that you may have been giving counteractive energy towards before, if that makes sense. A lot of times we know what we want, but we keep ourselves in cycles or in certain behavioral patterns or certain ways of thinking that really don't bring about the justice. But we have a declaration here with the Bible Orisha saying that it's time for you to get what's yours. Now let's see if we can bring love into this at all. What deck am I going to read with? Tarot in Wonderland is really calling. We've got the Empress. I just dropped a lot of cards, y'all. The Knight of Wands. The Hangman. Five of Swords. All right, Gemini. So it looks like, as far as new love coming in, I don't think that your mind is in it quite yet. There is some energy that you're feeling surrounding this newfound independence that you kind of want to stick with. And you may even find in your life that there's conflict around trying to make things happen with other people. You may be coming across people that look good on paper, but they're a little flaky. Maybe you two just don't want the same things. You're starting to see that like you could be on the path to like, okay, well, this person I definitely see myself arguing with. We just don't see eye to eye like that. There's always something that you're able to pick up in the beginning as to why it doesn't work out or why it doesn't really have a potential to. I don't feel like you're tolerating any shit. You have a script, okay? You have something that people kind of need to go by and check things off the list if it's going to dictate if they're going to be with you. You know, they have to pass with flying colors. Like, I don't feel like you're making it easy for people. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's creating conflict as people try to come in because you're still in suspense on how much you're willing to relinquish to see if it's worth being with somebody. Because you're also like, hey, do I have to relinquish anything to be with somebody? Like, how does this work? Like, why is it always about me? Let's make sure that they're in this sentence too, and we're talking about giving and taking. Like, you're really looking at things from a practical point of view, which is excellent. But how you are being seen is indeed as the Empress. I just feel like as it pertains to love, like you're not settling. And with an energy that's not settling, I think that if anything is going to come in for you in the month of August, it's going to be because somebody, really got on their shit and got their shit together. Otherwise, I don't see you sweating if they fall off, Justice and Judgment on the board. Six of Wands, Six of Coins, King of Cups, Five of Swords again. Alright. I mean, like, shit. So, as you're coming out of this situation, again, on top, looking beautiful, looking excellent, Gemini. Many of you might have a Scorpio coming towards you because that's the sign that jumped out in my mind just now. So, in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. You've got a lot of people looking at you there. So, like I said, a lot of people want you right now. The Six of Wands. You're admired. You're acknowledged. There's a sense that you have a lot of people cheering you on. And like I said in the beginning of the reading, you don't only have the spirits that are conspiring for you. You got people out here that are really looking out for your betterment as well. And there's a lot of people who want to be a lover, When we have the Six of Coins, a lot of times this card is referred to as nostalgia, but I see it as the other side of that sword there, to where people see what they could have with you. And this could be someone who, remembers you from a past life. And if they are nostalgic, if it is about looking back, they're reminiscent of the feeling of connecting with your energy. In essence, I'm sensing a strong bond that will be attempting to come in through the muck, along with all of the others that you're using high discernment on. And you want to make sure that you don't lump it all together. Because what I see with the Five of Wands here and the Five of Swords is definitely a sense of, I don't know why I feel like you're just going to be hard to reach, hard to communicate with, I feel like there's a lot of shit you just ain't having it. And if you meet five women or men that you ain't having it with, by the time the sixth one comes along, it's just like, but that's the one, I feel like you might want to use some discernment here. And I got a similar message for Sagittarius as well. So, for the month of August, in their general August reading. So many of you may have Sag in your chart, or maybe attracting a Sag as well. Sagittarius or a Scorpio. But whoever this person is, they're coming in with the energy as the King of Cups. And I just feel like they find it a little hard to reach you. Like they don't know what angle to really take. And I think this could be just a lot of mental shit that they just have going on because of how they're trying to assess the situation. And, you know, they kind of see you when you're in your element and in your zone, and you just seem so fine by yourself. And this person may also see how you shoot other people down, or, you know, just how you are in that way. And I think, you know, mentally they're just trying to figure out, like, how they can show you and prove that they're the one for you. So stay tuned for that. These are the messages that I have for you for your bonus, Gemini. Love you.